If these quiet films bring you calm, breathe with me and subscribe. You finally get the thing, the raise, the apartment, the person, the number you'd been working toward for years. And for a little while, it's wonderful. Then a few weeks pass, and somehow it's just your life again. The thing you wanted is now the thing you have, and the wanting has quietly moved on to something else. Most of us have noticed this about ourselves, and we say it lightly. I'm never satisfied. I always want more. But I don't think it's light at all. Underneath it is a colder question. If nothing I get ever stays enough, then when exactly am I going to feel my own life? Am I going to spend the whole thing reaching for a next that turns to nothing the moment I touch it? That is not an ungrateful thought. It's an honest one, and it deserves a real answer instead of just be grateful. So here it is, as plainly as I can put it. There is nothing wrong with you, and you do not need the next thing. The flatness you feel after getting what you wanted is not a sign you aimed too low. It's your baseline resetting. You were built to feel change, not to feel what you already have. Here's how that actually works. Your nervous system doesn't respond to how good your life is. It responds to how much it just changed. The rush of getting something is the distance between before and after, the gap. And a gap, by its nature, closes. Within a few weeks, the new apartment is just the walls around you. The raise is just your salary, and the feeling is gone. Not because any of it got worse, but because you can no longer feel it. It became normal, and you don't feel normal. And the cruel part, the part nobody warns you about, is that you adapt to good things fastest of all. The better your life gets, the quicker it disappears into the background. A Roman poet named Lucretius saw this 2,000 years ago and drew it better than any textbook has since. He described a mind that is forever filling with good things, satisfying never. A person who, no matter how much life pours in, is never filled with the fruits of life. He compared it to an old myth. Women condemned to carry water to a barrel that leaks as fast as they fill it, pouring, as he put it, water into a sieve, unfilled forever. That's the picture. It isn't that you don't have enough. It's that the vessel was built to leak. Pouring more in was never going to be the fix, which is the thing almost nobody believes until it's too late. Getting more is the one move that cannot solve it. Every single thing you achieve becomes your new normal, the new floor you're standing on, and from the new floor you are right back where you began, looking up at the next thing. The finish line keeps moving because there was never a line. You have been running toward a number that recalculates itself every time you reach it. And here is what makes it almost unbearable once you see it clearly. The life you have right now is a life that an earlier version of you was aching for. There was a night, years ago, when you lay awake wanting almost exactly this job, this city, this person beside you, this ordinary Tuesday. You got it. You are standing inside the answered prayer and you can't feel it, because it's normal now. That isn't a character flaw. That's just the machine doing what it was built to do. So, what do you actually do about it? Not want less. That's as useless as telling a tired person to relax. You can't talk yourself out of a nervous system, but you can work with it, and there are two real moves. The first is simply to know the mechanism, so it stops lying to you. The next time you get what you wanted and the emptiness creeps back in a few weeks, you'll recognize it for what it is. That feeling is not a verdict on the thing. It's your set point resetting, and it will do the exact same thing at the next thing, and the one after that. Once you can name it, it loses most of its power to send you chasing. The second move is the only reliable way to actually feel what you already have, and it sounds backwards. The fastest way to feel something again is to almost lose it. You don't have to lose it. You can picture it. Tonight, take one ordinary thing you've stopped seeing, the person asleep next to you, the roof over your head, your own body that mostly works, and just for a moment, imagine it gone. Then open your eyes. It's still here, and you'll feel it again sharply, the way you did at the very start. The Stoics did this on purpose, every single day. It is the closest thing there is to a cure, and it costs nothing. This is what Seneca meant when he wrote a line that people almost always get backwards. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. He isn't talking about money. He's saying the poverty is the craving itself. A person who has everything and still reaches lives poor. A person who has little and has stopped reaching lives rich. The exit was never more. The exit is the end of the reaching. So, why does nothing ever feel like enough? Because enough has been sitting somewhere out ahead of you. And out ahead of you is the one place it can never be. It was never in the next thing. It was here, in the thing you already fought so hard to get, waiting for you to turn around and feel it. Tonight, before you sleep, name one thing you have right now that you once stayed up wanting. Just one. That isn't a consolation prize. That is where enough has been the entire time. And if this gave you a moment of peace, subscribe and stay a while.